Even do. Freaking piece of crap. I love Muslim people. That's who he is. He's a Muslim. He's a closet Muslim. Closet Muslim. Closet Muslim. What is this? Why isn't it perfect? Leave Melania alone. What this mean girl said about our First Lady will get you amped. Okay. Let's see. When the libs can't say something nice, they shouldn't say anything at all. Or maybe they should just keep their big mouth shut altogether. But no. When they're losing every other argument, Supreme Court justice, Russia, healthcare, etc., they revert to their middle school selves and come out swinging at their beloved First Lady Melania.
Her public appearance today. She's hosting Queen Rania of Jordan. Earlier today, both first couples posed together in the Oval Office, and moments ago, the ladies visited XL Academy, a local public charter school in Washington. It's actually Washington's first public school for girls, and the Queen of Jordan is very well known for her advocacy work related to education and children and women's rights. But it was 1 week ago today, the First Lady gave her own keynote address about women's empowerment there in Washington. She was celebrating honorees at the Secretary of State's International Women of Courage Award ceremony. So, let's talk to Kate Bennett. She's following this visit there in D.C. She's a CNN White House reporter. And Michelle Kaczynski is our CNN senior diplomatic correspondent. So, ladies, good to have both of you on. And Kate, just first up to you, I know the cameras have been following them around the school. So to my knowledge, they haven't said anything really publicly yet. Tell me more, though, about the visit.
Well, I mean, it's sort of, I hate to put a label of typical on it, but it's somewhat typical for a First Lady visit. It's often common to go visit a school, to have a little round table, talk about education, how this school functions. We have to remember, this is not Queen Rania's first rodeo. This is actually her fourth First Lady in the United States. She's been with Hillary Clinton, Laura Bush, Michelle Obama, and now Melania Trump. So she's very, very adept at these sorts of visits. And Melania she's just learning. She's new at this stuff. But, they went to the school. They had lunch together at the White House. They went to the joint press conference. And now they just returned from this school visit today.
And I know Queen Rania was over at Trump Tower, I want to say early January. This is before inauguration. She was meeting with Ivanka Trump. They were talking about women's issues. Michelle, I don't know if you were at the State Department where that event was with Melania Trump from last week. How did that go? How comfortable is she at this kind of thing? And what more can you talk about this visit with the Queen?
Yeah, I mean, that last appearance, I think that there wasn't a person in the room afterward, because there was a luncheon afterwards that many people thought Melania Trump would attend and kind of mingle with the award winners, who were these extraordinary women from around the world, and also the State Department attendees, but she didn't appear at that. And so the entire conversation in that room was about Melania Trump's appearance and, how uncomfortable she seemed. It was very stiff. She was obviously reading with some difficulty, which, is not her fault, from the teleprompter. But, an extremely controlled, extremely scripted appearance. It was a hugely emotional ceremony, but she was still kind of stiff throughout. So, that's not a criticism. It's just that she's obviously uncomfortable in these situations, and you could not find a more different First Lady, if that's what we want to call her, than Queen Rania. I mean, she is so savvy. She's everywhere. On social media, pages of magazines, she's doing interviews, she's on American morning shows, she has a background in marketing, she's worked for American companies, so she knows how to get out there and get her point across. That said, though, she took some criticism a couple of years ago for having kind of a too glossy appearance, for being very luxurious and being too social in not necessarily all the most socially minded situations. So the royal family wanted her to start kind of toning it down a little and appear at more substantive events. Education is a big one. So I think if Melania Trump could find an ally in this very small world that she's found herself in to help her out and give her some friendly advice, Queen Rania would be the one to do that.
I don't envy either of them. I cannot imagine the spotlight that they feel. But, you know, the world is watching. The world is watching. So, Michelle Kaczynski and Kate Bennett, thank you both so much.
Yeah, jackals like you are watching. We know. We know. Oh, look, are you proud of yourselves? Are you? Guess what? I have just one thing to say to you. None of you will ever be First Lady, you pieces of crap. Once again, CNN proves that if it's about Trump, even indirectly, they will just about say anything. They shouldn't say anything at all. I mean, seriously, folks, when I watch the video, I feel like I'm back in middle school cafeteria listening to all the mean girls. It's not a criticism, says Michelle Kaczynski, CNN senior diplomatic correspondent. The entire conversation in the room was about Melania Trump's appearance. She was obviously reading with some difficulty, which is not her fault. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, Regina, Georgia lately. Go to hell. Clearly, Michelle Kaczynski is quite enamored with the Queen. Yeah, she like all on the Queen, right? With the Queen of Jordan. As she goes on and tell her accomplishments, says nothing at all about Melania's. So, in the spirit of fighting back, let's just go over a few. She speaks 5 languages, she started 2 businesses, and she's been a successful model. And oh yeah, she's the First Lady of the United States of America. Not some busted up Queen of Jordan. The Queen of Jordan! Where is Jordan? Where the fuck is Jordan? It's not near me. I'll tell you right now. Okay, I never ever seen that lady before. Queen of Jordan. Grow the hell up, ladies. Bam. It's takeoff time.